Okay, thank you. This was the last, I guess, road trip, but 3 consecutive road games. Our first 8 or 6 of them were on the road. So we ended it well against UNCG. Prior to that, last Wednesday, we played at Citadel, had a great half, and then gut punched in the second half and end up losing that. But I love the way our guys responded at UNCG, who was at the time, I think, tied for first with Sanford. So I thought we finally put a whole game together, and I thought showed an awful lot of just togetherness and fight to come back and be able to beat them on the road. So good way to end that road trip. Now we got to catapult off of that. We got to help ourselves, and now that we're home for a few games, and it starts on this Wednesday night, and getting back and playing the way we did against UNCG.
With these, 2 big wins over the last couple of weeks here, where's this team at now, vibe-wise? I mean, you mentioned the ability to catapult and build off those things. Where would you say this team is at, and just the confidence right now?
Yeah, the confidence should be high, but you don't want to overdo it. Like, it's one game. Yeah, we continue to do what we're supposed to. We did it at a high level. We competed. I thought we showed just some more confidence down the stretch in making sure, hey, let's finish this game. So I thought that was a good sign. But it should give you confidence going into UNCG's a great team, coached by a really good guy that knows what he's doing. They've got 3 or 4 fifth-year guys, that have been together for a couple of years. So to be able to do that should give us some confidence. But let's figure out, okay, how do we do this? How do we go in there and to beat them on the road there? And we've got to continue to carry out, what we did to do that. And that we were tough. We played together, took care of the basketball. I think we had, maybe 7 turnovers, and that's huge for us. Anybody can, if you have 7 turnovers, and they play a really tough denying defense. So, and we've got pretty good offensive players. So if we don't turn it over as much, it gives us more opportunity to score.
A little weight off the shoulders now. We got a win out of the way, and now we can build on something a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think there's any weight on. We got to play each game that way. Like, every game, you should have weight on your shoulders, but also it's like, let's go out and do our jobs and do them at the highest level we can. Let's do it together. And then if you start doing that and thinking that way, then the win should take care of itself, or put yourself in a really good position to win.
Stats aside, would you say there's any difference that you see with just the look in the guys right now and just their ability to fight the way they did against UNC Greensboro?
Yeah, I think we just got tired of being close. You know what I mean? And so we have to continue to feel that way. Like, we've dug ourselves a hole. We got to dig out and keep digging and go on a little run here. And so that, to me, that's the biggest thing is there's a little bit more urgency, which there should be.
How important is a guy like Jah to your team going down the stretch here?
Well, he's been here. He was here last year. He comes from a winning program, comes from a very good high school, very good coach. They've always won there, So for him, he understands what winning, what it takes to win. So I think he continues to get better. He cares about everybody on the team. He leads. He's tough. Everybody wants to score points. For him, it's not necessarily how many points he's scoring. It's what he's doing on the defensive end. His assists have gone up. I think that's great for us because he can get the ball where we need to get it to and makes good decisions out of that.
Coach, talk about the parity that you're seeing in the league this year. Obviously, anybody can beat anybody in this league, but talk about how that lends itself to competitiveness and how that figures into the confidence of your team moving forward.
Yeah, you have, no matter what conference, like there's parity all over the place. So you have to be hooked up no matter who you're playing. I thought we were hooked up the first half against Citadel. You know what I mean? Like, even though they were 0-5 or 0-6, whatever it was, but they end up getting us. And that's, if you're not hooked up for the whole game, anybody can beat anybody.
And coming off that tough one on Wednesday, what did you say as you're going down the stretch of that UNCG game? What did you say to your team in the timeouts as you're reaching the final minutes to hold on to that lead?
I don't think how much it's what you say. It's just the vibe you give off, if that makes any sense. Like, it's a confident, it's a let's not panic here. We know we're going to get their best shot. They're going to make a run. Basketball, and there are runs all the time. So let's keep our composure. But I thought we really stuck together because you're going to go through adverse times during a game, whether the fouls are your way, whether you're making shots, whatever it may be. But I thought our huddles and our timeouts, the guys were very, I don't want to say relaxed, but man, they were locked in.
Talk about that last defensive stop, that one with 30 seconds left. Obviously, that was huge for you, probably the play of the game.
Yeah, it was. Gosh, I forget what game it was. Man, I can't. You either you're gonna have to make a stop, you're gonna have to make free throws, or you're gonna have to make a shot. You know what I mean? So we finally did that, and that's how you close out games. But you could just see. I mean, we were on. Everybody did their job at a high level. There was communication going, and that was good stuff to see.
As you're moving forward and getting better and better, your free throw shooting has definitely improved over the last 4 or 5 games. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we continue to practice it, and it's a confidence thing. You can shoot them in practice all you want, but you have to get up there and have confidence that you're going to make them. And I think our guys are hopefully figuring that out.
The win against UNCG and the mood in the locker room afterwards, and how you guys felt coming out of that one?
No, definitely. I'll say the mood was at all-time high. We went on a stretch where we had a couple of games that we should have closed out, but we don't live in the past. So I would say, just keep moving forward and dig ourselves out that hole.
How good did that one feel? Maybe a little bit better than others?
Definitely. Just knowing that they were first in the conference, and having that feeling that, like, we know that we can beat any team in this conference and just come out on top is always a good feeling.
Coach was just talking about how you guys just seem to be especially locked in the huddles, timeouts, just start to finish. Is there something that you can point to for maybe what the difference has been?
Yeah. I'll say we're starting to come together. During that little stretch, we were going away from each other. But before the game, we had a talk as a team just to not even worry about the outside noise and things like that. So it was just more of being more of a team and not individuals. So I just think that, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, given this is your second year at Mercer, how do you lean on that experience and take a good thing like that win and kind of keep it going here?
Yeah, so I guess I'm a vet. I'll say taking this win is just not a milestone, but I'll say it's just a step closer to where we want to be at, and these next few home games that we should definitely close out.
Just 7 turnovers in that game as well. And did that just show you a glimpse of what this team is capable of doing once that SoCon tournament rolls around if you take care of the basketball?
Yeah, exactly. So being able to not turn the ball over versus a team like that, like, they speed us up. They have small guards just like us, and being able to stay poised was a key factor in the game. And as far as any other team, we should keep it up.
All right, I see in the bio here, lemon pepper wings. You found the ones making yet?
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple places. I've been to a couple places, Coach Jerry. Sorry. Wingstop, Wing Hut, all those places. Lemon pepper wings are probably like the go-to for sure.
And then lastly, where do you fit in down the stretch with this team? Like you said, you're one of the veterans. You've been here for a year already.
Yeah.
What's your role the rest of the way going into the spring?
Keep leading. Just being that designated leader, people that they can go to when things get hard. Just keeping the team together.
Jah, I saw one of your fun facts where you play the piano. When did you start playing?
I was 8 when I started playing, and I stopped like my senior year of high school. and took basketball serious. Yeah.
What's your favorite song to play?
All of Me by John Legend. Yeah, I can play those things. So if anybody wants to see that,
Can you sing
definitely.
it too?
Huh?
Can you sing it too?
No. My voice too deep.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.